Welcome. Welcome to Saturday Night Live. I gotta rearrange some words. Oh. You know, this gonna be questions and answer night. I want to welcome all the new subscribers. In the last video, I told you about my neighbor Kenny passing away. And, months ago, he got a new trailer for his son Kenny Jr. It's probably about a year old. And the one Kenny Jr. lives in is probably 15 to 20 years old, and the floors are falling in. His baby brother, I think it's the baby brother, if he's anything like my dumbass brother, he works at Toyota. They think their shit don't stink. But I don't like how family treats family when someone passed away. Kenny Jr. is getting fucked. Sorry, people. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. How his baby brother is screwing him. His dad wanted him to have a new trailer instead of one that's about 20 years old because of the electric bill and all this. And it's a fire trap. You people knows about motorhomes. If they're over 10 to 20 years old, they're a death trap, the fire hazard. I've seen it. I've been to trailer fires. It takes less than 3 minutes for the trailer to burn completely down. No matter, we got a fire department. It's about a block away, block and a half away. It'll burn down by the time they get here. Why does family have to fuck with you? I know this ain't PG tonight. It's rated X or R. And I just don't like it. I just don't like how family treats somebody when they passed away. They think their shit don't stink. Especially you work at a factory like Ford's, Toyota, GM, they gotta fuck their family. And I just don't like it. 'Cause that's what happened to me with my brother. I got fucked. He lives in Lexington, Indiana, my brother. The only difference between my brother's name and my dad's name started with an S, while my brother's middle name start with a W, but they both have the same name and last name, but the middle name is different. My brother's Robert Wesley Cartwright, the asshole who lives in Lexington, Indiana, who owes me over $90,000, because it was in the will. I had a copy of the will till he had me arrested. Then when he got in the house, he took the will, took all the papers I had. So I went to the courthouse in Clark County. Like I said, Clark County's crooked, people. And you got to probate it. Put it in the paper in case somebody has bills against you or you owe people money. And I went down to get a copy of the will. But after he broke into the house, had me arrested, changed the locks, stole my silver dollars, my gold, my life insurance policy, and all of this. And I don't like it, people. I don't like it at all how family treats you. But people, when you people who makes a will up, don't make anyone in the family in charge of it. Get somebody neutral, like a lawyer, or a couple of lawyers, because your family will fuck you. Sorry, you know that's not me, but this subject got me pissed off. And I'm going to show Kenny Sr.'s picture. This is Kenny Sr. from Underwood, Indiana. And his baby boy lives around Salem. Works at Toyota. And I don't like it. He's gonna fuck Kenny and everybody else he can. That's how these people does when you work at like Fords and GM, stuff like that. They screw you. Hello, Jonathan. But I don't like how family does it. But basically, like I said, it's questions and answers night. I still ain't got no money. Glad to hear from you. Hi, Money. How you doing? Welcome back, my friend. You know, this is questions and answer night. Okay. A week ago today, I lost my neighbor. He was about 80 years old when he passed away a week ago today. Had his funeral Thursday. But this guy I showed you a picture of, he bought a new motor home from Madison, Indiana. Well, I'm in my 70s. I'm in my 70s with 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, back problems. You know, I got an acre of ground. And thanks to Kenny, when I first moved in here, he went to the YMCA in Scottsburg, Indiana, and a guy had a John Deere he wants to give away, and I got it. Because that was this guy's 80 and 90-year-old mother, and this guy bought his mother a new John Deere tractor, which they're around $2,000 to $3,000. When she died last year, I forget when, he sold that new John Deere for $400. I could have got $400 because it was still under warranty. I say, well, coming live on YouTube, I would say probably a year ago. It was in December when I came live, but there's a couple of videos I uploaded over the years, you know, that I've done. One was about a ham radio. One was my 1992 Ford Ranger I wrecked. And I started watching. Well, if I get an email money, I would subscribe back. Because sometimes I get subscribers, but no email. I don't understand that. And like I say, I live out in the country. I live in the county of Clark County, Indiana. And if you see probably national news or YouTube, you just type in YouTube Jamie Noe. He's the ex-sheriff who's spending about 15 years in the state of Indiana prison system and solitary confinement. And he was a crooked sheriff. And I live in the northern part of Clark County, which there's a county sheriff patrol up this way. Not really. They stay in Clarksville, Jeffersonville area. Out in the county, yeah, they don't patrol. You know, it's bad. You know, I watch a whole lot of videos. I watch HOA videos. I watch RD on the Scene in Bakersfield, California. I watch a whole lot of videos of Bakersfield, California. I wish I could get out like RD on the Scene, A1 Media, White T-Shirt Media, all these people. Okay, you have a good day. I catch you later. Thank you. God bless you. I'll be live tomorrow, probably around 7 o'clock, with Bob Joyce live video. It's a church deal. I do that on Sundays around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And like I said, people, go back and look at my other videos. And you can see the problems that I'm having here at the Ponderosa. If you ever don't know what the Ponderosa is, you ever watch Bonanza, Ben, Hopsine, Adam, Hoss, Little Joe on the Ponderosa, you could say that's me when I hear me talk about the Ponderosa. And you see videos that a month or so ago, I bought me a used Troy-built rider from a neighbor. It was about 4 or 5 years old. Within 3 weeks, the Croder engine it blew up. And with my budget, people, I live on a fixed income, around $900 a month. And my house payment went up last month about $200. And I just don't have the extra money to buy a new lawnmower, like maybe a Cub Cadet 0T1 or whatever it is, or a Troy-built or a Kubota track, lawnmower, something that's under warranty. And I got an acre of ground. And any of your people knows people who had a heart attack or a stroke. You ain't supposed to push a lawnmower or a weed eater. You all know that. And, you know, you look at the old videos where I use StreamYard. Right now I'm using Prism Studio, which you see the face max. That's not StreamYard. But if you look on StreamYard, people, you see my post office box, my PayPal account, and my Cash App. But my post office box is Tom Cartwright at Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana, zip code 47111. My PayPal account is Thomas Cartwright Sr., spelling Cartwright, CartWright. And my Cash App is the $ Tom Cartwright 4375. Same as my YouTube channel. But people, I've been having fun watching TikTok about alligator Alcatraz, you know, down there in the Bikini State. There's something I like to have. Alligator Alcatraz t-shirt. Size is extra large. Alligator Alcatraz. And you all watch this. I like to have one. Some people says it's cruel. As long as you don't escape, it's not cruel. And I got nothing against people who comes here to the United States legal. I got a whole lot of Mexican friends, Indian friends, African friends that came here legal. And, you know, that makes me mad. And some of you people don't know that. When them illegals comes in here to the United States, our government gives them credit cards with cash on it. You're not going to believe me. It's $10,000 to $15,000 cash on each credit card they get. They can spend it however they want to. They put them up in motels, or they get free rent. I want my $15,000 credit card that I can go and don't have to pay it back, just like you people do. And I'm going to make this a short one. It's Saturday night, and it's summertime. School's out. You all spending time with your family, working in your yard, babysitting your grandkids, out in the swimming pool, or you're out there fishing with your family because it's summertime. And that's more important than I am. You know, people say I shouldn't call myself a nobody. I'm not rich. I'm in a low income, $900. I tell you what comes out of that $900. My house payment, my electric bill, my water bill, my car insurance, my cell phone bill, my cell phone insurance, and a couple of other things. You know, it's hard. It's hard, people. You know, I had a dream. I had it 3 times. You can look it up. I had a dream. This person gave me some property. It covers 3 states. I think Kentucky, Tennessee, Virginia, Well, you know what I'm talking about. It covers 3 states. And this person, there's rules that I have to go by. One is take care of cats, rescue cats. Hello, Joanne. Yeah. Hey, I could use it. I could use $15,000. You know, I could use it. Thank you for making me laugh, Joanne. But, you know, time I pay all of my bills, I'm lucky if I got $25 left. I bought a big bag of cat food, 44 pounds at Tractor Supply. They call it multiple cats. You can look it up on Tractor Supply. It's close to $29. Hello, 709. I watched that video the other night. I see you made it home. 709, I got a question. Is that your band? Are you in that band? You know. And also, people, I believe, I should have looked it up. 709, I believe, has 511 subscribers. I believe. Don't quote me on it. And Joanne ain't been in here for a long time because school's out, babysitting, housework, repairs, cutting grass, spending time with your grandkids. That's what Sherry's doing. She's remodeling her house, babysitting her grandkids. You know, that's more important, but she does watch videos later. And I still ain't got me a new riding lawnmower because I've looked at the payments of them. It's $200. I just ain't got it. I ain't got the money. I look at Cub Cadet that Kenny Jr. got. It's something ZT1 or something 1. That's about $3,000. And I just ain't got it. And one of the couple reasons I ain't been on here, people, I gotta cut my grass. And with my heart problems, that's a no-no. Anybody who has heart attacks or strokes, you're not supposed to use a push mower or a weed eater or a chainsaw. And I have to use the push mower. And lucky I got my nitro pills I carry in my pocket. See, here's my little nitro pills I carry in my pocket. I had to take a couple of them. And maybe I should have went to the hospital. But I knew what they was going to tell me. Stop pushing the lawnmower. And I'm going to try tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. I think my stove, it's my Jackass stove, LG Thin Q. I think it's working. Because up there on the board, whatever you call it, in them smart stoves, it been popping out like 70, 80, 70, 90, and 90, 80. Or right now, it got the regular time. It's about 8 minutes fast. So I bought me some cinnamon rolls, you know, the kind that you got to pop open and put on the plate, put on the pan and put it in your oven. And I'm going to try that tomorrow to see if my oven works. I like your video, 709. And people, please, you see 709 in there. It's 709 CONCER TV video. I want you to go to his channel and subscribe. He's in the Providence of Canada. You know, when I was in school many, many years ago, 50 plus years ago, we learned about Canada, Mexico, French. And I like on 709. Some of his videos, he show you some bands that's in Canada. And he's going to show more about Canada. And people, to remind you, I won't be on here Monday because at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I think it's when it is, either 10 or 11, I watch Hudson and Rex. It's filmed in the Providence of Canada. Rex is the canine police dog. Hudson is the detective. You see some nice places in Canada. You can go on YouTube, type in Hudson and Rex, and you can watch videos how Hudson got Rex and all this. I think there's 7 seasons of it. I watch it every Monday. So I will be on here Monday. But also, people, no matter where you are on this planet, when you make a will out, the mother, the father, or brother or sister, to have somebody to be in charge of it. You don't want family members be in charge of it, because somebody in the family will screw you. Like my brother did me, and Kenny Jr., who lives next door, his baby brother is screwing him. You know, I don't see how family can do that. You know, does money mean that much to him? You know, because Kenny, around 50 years old, on Social Security, disabled, and Kenny's number 2 brother, you know, they're kind of low income, but his baby brother's around $60,000-$80,000 a year, because he works at Toyota factory. Thinks his shit don't stink, and I just don't like how family treats family. And it's not like me to cuss like this, but people, when somebody dies and you get screwed. Okay, Joanne, you have a great weekend. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for being a great moderator. I thank all my moderators, because when they watch the videos later, if there's anything in the comments that don't go by the rules, they delete it. And I like it. I got good moderators compared to the other a-holes I had, which is 4 or 5 people, but it was the same person. It was a 12 or 13-year-old computer hacker with different names. They didn't like women being moderators. And they was telling me how to run my YouTube channel. Hey, this is my channel. I run it the way I want to. I really cussed that night. But when I get talk about when people's dying and screwing your family like it's going to happen, something about me and my children and my grandkids, we got this thing that sometimes we hear from the dead people or family, you know, or we dream about it. And people, believe in your dreams. If you dream about something, I know you can't write it down, but it could be a sign from God or someone you know trying to talk to you. People say, Tom, you're crazy. I might be crazy. Everybody's a little crazy to live on this planet. Oh boy, that's good. But I just want everybody behave yourself. Help out people. You know, it makes me mad. I ask for money because I need it to buy me a lawnmower, this or that. But there's this, I'm going to call her Turtle Lady. If you've been watching Megan Fox, the writer, the Umbrella Guy, or what the hells, you know who Turtle Lady is. She's a nut. A pole dancer. Some of you guys that knows or ladies knows. She can get money. People gave her $6,000 or $7,000 to hire a lawyer in the federal case where she is getting sued. What'd she do? She took that money and filed bankruptcy. You know, that means once she filed bankruptcy, that means that property that she lives in Florida, you all know how Chapter 7 goes. But I'm doing something wrong. Is that because I'm not a woman? There's another girl that's on YouTube and I think TikTok, Lisa Richard. She's a drug addict. She's always asking for money, so I need to buy some food or cigarettes. She takes that money to buy drugs. That's a fact. And she lost her kids, and she lost where she was living. She won't get help. I know when I was growing up, they used to get a warrant from a judge and have you committed for up to 72 hours. But that's not enough time for Lisa to get dried out, get off of drugs. Sometimes I have good content that you all love. But people, I'm 70 plus years old, 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, back problems, those things that I can't do. But let's get back to that dream. It covers 3 states. And it had underground places. You get around like an electric golf cart, something like that. It had a bar. It had a movie theater that you could either watch TV or movies. It had a swimming pool underground. And it had, I think, sheep above ground. I had some animals about, and I had a gas station above ground and a grocery store above ground. And a person left that to me. I'm not going to tell you how much, but that's okay. It's only a dream. Usually I dream at one time, but I dream it 3 times. But I do love kitty cats. You all got your favorite animal you love. If you live on a farm, it might be a cow, it might be a pig, it might be a goat, or a donkey, or horses, or chickens, or turkeys, or rabbits. Them animals love you unconditional. Just be honest with people. Be truthful. Like people, I'm also single. I'm looking. But you got to live either in Scott County, Indiana. I'd rather have a Scott County lady. They're very polite. They're more polite than what Clark County is. You go to the JC store in Scottsburg, Indiana. They ask you if you need help, or they introduce themselves. The cash register said, "My name's so and so," or the bagger, "I'm so and so." Or if you keep looking, they say, "Ma'am or sir, what can I help you with?" That's what I like about the Scottsburg people, young and old. That means their parents raised them right. Like you saw when I done the video of the heyday, that was the owner's grandson. He's 16 years old. He cut it, he raked it, and turned it over. And if you all deal with straw and hay, you know what's involved in it. And round belted is what he did too. He round belted. And I asked him, I'm a city boy. I don't know that much about cows and farms. I asked him, because I know how many cows his grandpa has. It's over 10, let's put it that way. I said, how much one of them round bales of straw or hay lasts them cows? He said, 1 round bale a day. Now I see why I'm not a farmer. I couldn't afford it. But we need to back our farmers. We need to back our farmers and quit buying food from those other countries. And another thing I'm going to bring up, I just thought of it. You saw me do a video the other day about the Charlestown, Indiana Police Department and a protective order. Your ladies, you know what I'm talking about, a PO order, because every state's kind of different. And this girl that lives in Charlestown, Indiana, on Main Street, her ex keeps driving by her house. Here's the problem. He doesn't live anywhere on that street. You know what the asshole Charlestown Police Department told him? It's a public road. I don't give a shit. Them asshole cops don't know what the hell they're talking about. A protective order means you cannot drive by their house. You can't park down the street and watch your house. That is illegal. What they going to do? You ladies knows what I'm talking about. Until you end up in the hospital or dead before they do anything. So people, it's time to get off of here and fill my cup up with another Pepsi, take my medicine, and all this. So I'll catch you all later. Peace. I'll catch you all later. I should be on here tomorrow about 7 p.m. if I get the notification. Sometimes I don't. So I love you all. Thank you, my family. Don't give up on your dreams. There was something that maybe it was YouTube. Somebody sent me a link about the coon cat. Man, if I had one of them coon cats, I couldn't afford to feed him. Them things, it makes 2 of my cats. So, my son got me a Pepsi. But I'm still going to get off of here, go in there and watch some TV and take my medicine. See, here's my Pepsi Zero. I'm also need to get my watch hours where I can get super chats. That way it'll help me out, on some things. Okay, Johnny, you take it easy. Have a great day. And people, I don't have money to give out. If I was I was rich, I might donate some people, but I ain't got no money. I've been on disability, let's see, 30 years or so, somewhere like that. Because I couldn't work because of my medical problems. I had to retire early. So I love you all. You have a great, great day. Well, Santa Claus, Indiana is west of me. Maybe 50 to 80 miles. It's on Interstate 64 between New Albany, Indiana, and Evansville on 64. I ain't been to Santa Claus Land since I was a little kid. I can't remember if I ever took my kids to Santa. Okay, 709. Everybody go to 709 videos. Subscribe to his video. He's in the Providence, Canada. And he got some good videos. He show you places in Canada. Some of the animals, some of the music bands. He show you the countryside. That way we get education. Like I say, when I was in school, we saw pictures of Canada, Mexico. I liked it. Like I say, I'm 70 plus. I've forgot things since I was in school. So I love you all. Goodbye. You all have a great weekend. I see you tomorrow. Goodbye. God bless you.